Hi, and welcome to Club Chefman. I'm your executive chef, Bobby Trevino, and today we're going to make a fresh cranberry muffin in our power stand mixer. 300 watts of pure power. I can mix anything in here. First, we're going to start with the dry ingredients, the wet ingredients, and then we'll mix them together. So there's only one thing left to do. Let's get cooking. So let's start with the dry. So we have 2 cups of flour, all-purpose flour. That's all you need. 1 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of orange zest, that's going to give it a little zing, and cranberries, that's 1 cup, and I actually chop these up. So you don't want them whole, you want them chopped up so when you mix it in, they disperse everywhere in the batter. Now I'm going to use a whisk to mix those up. If you don't have a whisk, go ahead and use a spatula, no problem. Either way, you can also use a spoon. You just want to mix it up and incorporate the ingredients. Just like that, doesn't take too much time. All right. Now let's start with the wet ingredients. We're going to mix those right into our bowl. 1 cup of milk, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 egg, and that was a jumbo egg, so make sure it's a jumbo egg. 1/4 teaspoon vanilla, give it a little flavor, right? Some melted butter, that's about 1/4 of a cup. Now I'm going to whisk this in the bowl for about 20 seconds. I just want to incorporate it. So, bring it down. We'll put it on speed 1. Now remember what I said. You can move this left to right, and I can mix everything in there. And I'll show you guys. Shut that off. Now, if you can get a shot of that, look inside there. It's all mixed and incorporated. Okay. Let's lock it back down. Now, everybody knows I want you to mix the dry into the wet. That happens all the time. Make sure you do that the correct way. If you mix the wet into the dry, it's going to clump up. So, little tip for you, dry into wet. Always remember that. Okay, let's get started. We're going to turn this on speed 1. I'm going to grab my spatula. Now we're just going to put it in there nice and slow. Try not to pour it in all at once. You want to let it mix. All right, so I'm going to give that a little left to right. Put it back to my left. All right, batter's starting to thicken. All right, just going to scrape the sides again. Make sure it's all incorporated. All right, turn it back on. We're going to mix this to incorporate it 3 to 4 minutes. Now check this out. I can spin the bowl. That's going to help with the mixture. Also, right to left. What this is going to do, it's going to get the batter off the sides for me. It's really going to incorporate it, and you can do this at the same time. 3 to 4 minutes, that's all it takes. Let's take a look at our batter. All right, you want to make sure it's nice and thick. Let me show you what I mean. Watch this. Sticks to your spatula. Look at that. That's what you want. Okay. Let's clean that. Let's clean our beaters up. Okay, let's eject these. It's that simple, guys. Let's get our spatula out of there and grab our muffin tin. All right, this recipe does 12 muffins. As you can see, I have muffin liners. I love to use these. This ensures it doesn't stick to the muffin tin, okay? So let's get the bowl off. See that? That's simple. Now, I'm gonna spoon these in. Just grab a spoon, okay? Grab your bowl, this is great, like I said. So you're just gonna put it about 3/4 of the way up in your muffin liner. Doesn't have to be perfect. They're going to fluff up. They're going to fill the whole muffin liner. With the right amount of batter, I can make 12 muffins. As you can see, I filled my muffin liners. I'm going to put these in the oven, 400 degrees for 18 minutes. And we're going to have delicious homemade cranberry muffins. okay? So here's a trick for you. How do you tell if your muffin's done? Grab a toothpick. Okay, now these are a little bit warm, okay? So you want to be careful. I'm going to do this. Let these cool off first before you do this. But check it out. I'm going to stick it in the muffin all the way down and pull it out. See? Nice and dry. That means it's fully cooked. If it's wet and still has batter on it, it's undercooked. Throw it back in the oven for a couple of minutes. Okay, now here's another trick for you. When they come out of the oven and they're finished cooking, you want to put them on a wire rack to cool. That way you can cool them off. If you want to eat them later, you can. Or if you want to freeze them, they're great to freeze. Put them in a plastic bag, wrap them up really tight, freeze them. When you go to defrost them, take them out of the bag, set them out room temperature, and you have a great muffin. Let's plate these up. As you can see, I have some butter here. I love butter on fresh muffins. So there you have it. Fresh cranberry muffins with butter. There's no other way to eat these. Enjoy them.